Hello, my name is Dana Carter, and today we will be running through a quick reformer sequence with a focus on some unilateral arm strengthening exercises. So you won't need any props today, just yourself and your reformer. So to get started, foot bar high, and let's start with a spring and a half. So one heavy, one half, up to two heavy springs for some single leg footwork. So stopper wherever you would need it if you're on a contemporary machine so that your knees aren't up by your ears. Headrest can be up if that is comfortable for you. And then go ahead and lie on your back. So take a moment to do a couple chin nods once you arrive and a couple pelvic rocks. And then find the position where your pelvis feels slightly tipped back towards the mat and begin to breathe in Pilates fashion. So inhale into your ribs. Exhale, feel like you're tightening a waist from hip to tightening a belt, from hip to hip and compressing your waist. Good. Place the ball of your right foot onto the foot bar, in line, ankle, knee, and hip, and take your left leg straight over the bar. Make sure you feel equal right to left, front to back. And on your exhale, press the carriage out, tabletop your leg or slightly closer to you. Now on the reformer, my habit is to have my ankle a little higher than my knee because when you put your feet in the straps, you can't do a true tabletop. So find your tabletop position. Bring it all the way back. So you inhale in, exhale out. Finding a nice rhythm here with your breathing, maintaining that corseting sensation through your waist, working your powerhouse. And let's continue for 6. 5, we'll layer in some options. In 4, 3, 2. Next time, pause. Kick your leg to the ceiling, straight up, lower it down, lift back up. Flex both ankles, drop the bottom heel, point both, bend your top knee, and return. Now I know that was a lot, so let's do it really slow again. Tabletop, kick your legs straight, tap straight down to the foot bar, lift right back up, and then flex both ankles, drop the bottom heel, point, bend your knee, return. A little faster. Tabletop, kick, tap, lift, flex, point, bend, return. Again, tabletop, kick, tap, lift, flex, point, bend, return. Couple more. Tabletop, kick, tap, lift, flex, point, bend, return. Tabletop, kick, tap, lift, flex, point, bend, return. Tabletop, kick, and hold. Good. Now little bitty circles on the ceiling. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, switch direction, breathing still. You're at about 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back, foot onto the foot bar. And before you do the other side, stay on the balls of your feet, tip your pelvis backwards, peel yourself up, turn your heels to touch your knees apart, and then find the connection between hip and rib. So you're not arching your back, you're actually in a slight posterior tilt, but you're lifting high. Once you have it, find that position. Maybe you choose to press the carriage out a little bit and return, keeping your seat high, your waist pulled in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way in, turn your feet back to parallel, roll yourself down. The ball of your left foot stays onto the bar, your right leg goes over the bar, level off your hips, and then as you press out, tabletop it and reach it. Finding a rhythm that works with your breathing. It could be slower than the pace that I've set. Do what works for you. All right. Take it to the ceiling on the next one. Kick it up. Tap it down. Lift to the ceiling. Flex both ankles. Wrap the bottom heel. Point both. Bend your knee. Take it over the bar. All right, a little faster. Tabletop, kick, tap, lift, flex, point, bend, return again. Tabletop, kick, tap, lift, flex, point, bend, little faster. Tabletop, kick, tap, lift, flex, point, bend, return. Tabletop, kick, tap, lift, flex, point, bend, return. Last couple. Tabletop, kick, tap, lift, flex, point, bend, return. One more. Tabletop, kick, tap, lift, flex, point, bend, return. Tabletop kick and hold it to the ceiling. Little itty bitty circles. Here we go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, switch direction. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep that bottom heel really lifted. Last 2, 1, and bring it back. Place the ball of your foot down. Once you're there, parallel feet. Start to roll yourself up. When you get to the top, turn your heels to touch. Pull your hips towards your ribs. Pull your waist in, and make sure you're not feeling too much in your low back. So that slight posterior tilt, the connection on the front of the body, but as high as you can get it, press out a little bit and return. Now you might just choose to roll up and down. That's totally fine. Maybe you do a 1-inch push. Do what works for you, but we're doing a turned out bridge press right now. Here we go for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Turn your feet parallel. Roll yourself down. All right, now if you needed a lighter spring for arms, for hands and straps, you could absolutely do that. Otherwise, take your hands into the short loops on your straps. If you have handles, use those. Make sure you're not pressed aggressively up into the shoulder blocks. Lift one leg to tabletop. Exhale, pull your other leg up to joint. Pull your arms down and pause. So starting with your arms by your side, cheerleader arms, right arm will go up as left arm goes to the side. Now this could be a little bit or a lot, and then pull them right back down by your hips. You want to keep both straps tight the whole time. Here we go. So left arm goes up, right arm goes out, a little or a lot. Pull back to your hips. And again, one arm up, one arm out, pull back. You don't want either rope to go loose here. You're moving simultaneously through both arms. Hugging your waist in. Cheerleader arms, a few more here. Last one each side. Hold it down by your side, bend at the elbows, press back straight. And let's go for 8. Keep pulling your waist in. If your back talks to you in a negative way, just lower your feet, regroup your scoop, pull your waist in, and get back in when you're good and ready. Last couple. Hold it there. Circles. They could be small or all the way up to shoulder height and around. You get to choose your intensity. Here we go for 7, 6. Keep your back as steady as you can. 5. Exhale as your arms pull in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch direction of the circles. Pull as they come down. 6. Remember, you can make those circles smaller if needed. 5. Keep pulling your waist in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way back up to the ceiling. Lower your feet if you need a break. If you don't, keep them up there. Pull your arms down, and optional to curl head, neck, and shoulders up, and then lower back down. If you're too close to the shoulder blocks, make any adjustments you need. Exhale, curl. Inhale, release. Good, couple more. On the last one, option to hold it. Push into those straps, reach, really pull your belly in, and then reach one leg, and then lift it up. Lower it down, lift it up. Keep pushing into those straps, curling up, looking down towards your pubic bone or your belly button. And bring it back in, switch. Keep pushing into those straps. Here we go, lift and lower. Other leg, pull down and up. Pull down and up. Curl up higher if you can. One more. Bring it back and lower. All right, you can pop your straps back. Once you have your straps back, come up to seated, and let's get started on some of that unilateral work. So adjust your spring to a light spring setting. So one blue or one white, like a quarter or a half spring, will probably be sufficient for this one. You don't want it overly heavy for one arm, but of course, if you're really strong in the upper body, you could be doing a full spring. So tailor this for yourself. I'm going to start with one blue today. So kneeling with your knees wide, your feet off of the back edge, and you could kind of curl them over if you needed to for balance. If this didn't feel like a good idea kneeling, you could be cross-legged on your seat, just seated with your feet on the floor. All of those are great options. So for the first one, place your hand, the closest hand, into the strap, elbow wide. So in this instance, we're doing left first. So elbow is slightly below shoulder, wrist below elbow. Pull your waist in, find neutral pelvis, and then exhale. Just do a little pull across your body without majorly moving your torso. It's a small movement. And back. Good, staying tall. Exhale, pull. Inhale, return. And let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn your palm up, and let's do a high fifth. Only have a few of these. All the way up. Try and keep your torso as steady and centered as you can. This is a tough one. Open back up just till the tension releases. Pull back up. Slowly return. Last couple. We're not here long. Just to slow down with your arms. One more. Pull. And return. Tuck your elbow in towards your body, palm facing in. And now pull it across your body. Open it back up. Across your body, internally rotating at the shoulder. Open it back up. Nice, big breath as you go. Exhale. Inhale, release. Last couple. All right, now let's switch. So for this one, I'm going to do the external rotators on this. I actually prefer sticking my hand through and grabbing the whole thing, but you could just do a grip here. So pick what works for you. I'm going to stick my hand through, pull until your elbow's in line, and then drag it out and return. Try not to drop your shoulder too much. I think I just did that a little bit. Pull it out. It's a little harder than the other one. Here we go. Last one. Pull it out, and back. Keep your hand through. Bring your bottom hand down to the shoulder block. Feel free to scooch over if you need. Lift your elbow to the ceiling, and then that might be enough right here. If it's not, extend your arm and then bend for a little tricep action. If moving through the tricep doesn't feel like a good idea, don't do it. Just take the stretch, elbow to ceiling. Here we go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And lower your elbow, release. Okay, so before we do the other side, switch it back to that first hand and turn to face the foot bar. Be careful on the light spring as you shift. It can be really wiggly with that lighter spring on the carriage. Bend your elbows for serving a tray, but you only have one side under load here. So it can be surprisingly challenging, this one. Shoulders back, pull your waist in, push forward with both arms, even though one side, just the left, is under load. Push. And back, push, and back. Let's go for 5, 4, 3. Now you could be straddling the machine, of course. 2, you don't have to be high on the knees. Next time, if it feels like a good idea, take it around, bring it back in. Push forward, out to the side, bring it back in. Push forward, out to the side, bring it back in. Now, can you reverse? This is a lot harder. Out to the side, pull. Ooh, I'm feeling that one. Bring it back in. Out to the side, pull. Bring it back in. Again, out to the side, pull. Bring it back in. All right, get rid of that strap and turn to face the other direction. So set yourself up, same as before. You want to have your knees nice and wide and grab with the closest hand to the shoulder block. Pull your waist in, find that position where you are not arching your back, you're not tucking your tail, you're finding a nice neutral position, elbow just below shoulder, wrist below elbow. Pull your waist in, inhale, grow tall through the top of your head. Exhale, just pull your arm across your body without twisting your body significantly, and repeat. Big exhales, you pull it across. Inhale to return. Good, one more. Palm faces up. Take it up overhead. We don't have many here, just 4. Drop the shoulders, take it up. Stay as centered as you can over your body. Nice and slow, open back up. Again, pull. 3. Keep pulling your waist in. 2. Try and stay as central as you can, even though only one side is under load. It's hard. Last one. When you bring it back, turn your palm to face in, elbow close to your side, but not glued. And then pull it across your body, open it back up. Across your body, open it back up. It's not a very big movement. You feel those internal rotators working on your right shoulder as you pull it across. Inhale, open it. Last few here, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so let's do the opposite side, the external rotate. You could just grab a hold or put your hand through and hold on to the whole thing. Get your elbow close to the side of your body and then take it out to the side, trying to keep your wrist neutral, and bring it back. Out to the side, bringing your elbow close to that side and keeping it there. Exhale, pull. Try not to drop your shoulder. I struggle with this one. It's a hard one. And if you felt like it was too hard, you could always lighten the load a little bit. Go to a lighter spring. Last one. And return. All right, so still holding on, hand through the loop. Take your right hand down and then lean over to the side so that you can lift your left elbow to the ceiling. And then find your hips pushing in line with your shoulders as best you can. Maybe that's it. Maybe you add the tricep from here. Pressing it up. Maybe you just hold that stretch. That's totally fine. You do what works for your body. Good. Almost there. One more. And lower your elbow. Switch it back to the right hand into the short loop. Turn carefully. You don't want to lose control of the carriage on a light spring, so you really want to be careful with that. Bring yourself back onto the knees if that was the option you chose before. But remember, you could be cross-legged, straddling your carriage. Whatever you did one side, do the other. Shoulders back. Tuck your tail a little if you feel like you're sitting your bum back. Find that position where you're long. Push arms forward. Bring it back in. Moving with your breath. Shoulder height or a little bit higher than shoulder height if you're keen. All right, it's time to move out to the side. Bring it around, back in. Push forward. Out to the side. Bring it back in. Push forward. Out to the side. Bring it back in. One more time. Forward. Out to the side. Now reverse it. This is where it gets hard. Out to the side. Pull. And back in. Out to the side and pull. And back. Now you could make these smaller, of course, if you needed to. And return. All right. Once that is done, come on, off to the left side. Go ahead and add a red and a blue, so spring and a half or higher. You want to be able to feel this one. And let's do a vertical scooter second, regular scooter first. So your foot will come forward. If you're short, you might need an extender under your foot if you've got a tall machine. I'm just going to lift my heel and balance. So knees are roughly in line. Hover that back knee up and then lean forward. Square your hips to the mirror. Exhale, squeeze your bum, push back. The more you kick your leg back, the more you have to pull your belly up so that your back doesn't arch as you go. Here we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in. Drop it to just one heavy spring. And then tiny little posterior tilt, like pull your hips towards your ribs, and then just the ittiest bittiest push back through that right leg. Now, if you push back and your pelvis moves significantly, you're pushing your leg too far. Here we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back. Step your foot forward for some lunges. Slide on back and return. Now, if you wanted a little extra challenge, you could take your hands off the bar, arms go up, arms go down. If this was kind of pinchy or felt tight in low back, you could pitch your body forward more or be more vertical if that feels okay. Option to stay with this or add a rotation. Hold it back, arms go to sides, twist towards your bent front knee and pulse. Keep the carriage still. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back through center, arms go down, arms go up as you slide back. Squeeze between shoulder blades, draw your ribs back, twist towards your bent front knee, little pulse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms go down. Last one, slide back, arms up if you're taking it. Out to the side, pull your waist in, ribs back, twist. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back through center. All right, knee down plank, still on one red spring. Open up at your hip, pull your waist in, slide out any amount, and return. Create a nice long line from your knees to the top of your head. Now, if you wanted a little bit more challenge here, you could widen your arms, turn your fingertips in, and as you come in, add a push-up, slide out. Add a push-up, slide out. Last 2. One more. And bring it in. All right, let's go back to that heavier spring for scooter on the other side. So whatever you had before, you want to mimic that here. So red, blue, or higher, knees roughly in line. Square yourself towards the foot bar so that your hips point straight forward. And then if you need the extender under your foot, add a little lift. Otherwise, I'm going to balance on the ball of my foot. Square yourself, pull your waist in, and then kick back. Squeeze your bum. Good. Pull your belly button up just as much as you kick back each time. All right, going for this leaning forward scooter first, the vertical scooter second. Pull your waist in, kick back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back in. Drop it down to one red spring. Vertical, coming upright, pull on those imaginary suspenders, hip to rib, find that connection and hover your knee, and then tiny little push back. The more you push back, the more you have to think of doing that slight posterior tilt, itty bitty push. Keep breathing here. All right, 6, 5, 4, almost there, 3, keep pulling in, 2, and 1. Lower your knee, step your foot forward, slide back to lunges. So remember, you could have your body more forward if it's feeling kind of pinchy, crunchy, low back, or a little more vertical if that feels good in your body. If you were doing the no hands version before, maybe you add that again. Arms coming up as you slide back, arms going down. Breathing deeply. Nice big stretch for that back hip. All right, if you added the twist before, slide back, arms out to the side, pull your ribs in. Now twist, keep the squeeze between shoulder blades, find that twist pulse. 6, 5, keep the carriage still. 4, 3, 2, 1, back through center, arms go down. Slide back, arms go up. Squeeze between shoulder blades, lower your arms and twist. 6, 5, 4, 3, hips still if you can. 2, 1, arms go down. Arms go up. Squeeze between shoulder blades, drop the arms to a T. Pull your waist in and pulse, twist it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back. All right, still on one red spring, one heavy. Come to kneel, knee down plank. All right, so take it open at the hip, pull your waist in, slide on out as far as feels doable for you, bring it back. If you feel pressure in your low back, pull your belly up more, don't press the carriage out quite as far. Find how far you can control. Okay, now if that was going well and you needed a little bit more challenge, fingertips turn in, widen your hands. As you come into your push-up, good, breathing as you go, push it out. Remember, the push-up is optional. You could just be doing knee down plank. You could make this an inch. You could make this big. It's your call. Last one. And back. All right, so you might need a sticky pad for this if you've got slippery pants. If you don't, you very well could just sit on the carriage. 1 hand distance from the edge of your carriage and place the little sticky pad. Now you want to bring your bum as close to that edge of the sticky pad or 1 hand distance roughly as possible, but being able to sit up on your own power. So take it to a spring and a half. Have a seat. Once you are on, you want the balls of your feet on the foot bar. Find the spot where you can sit up on your own power, but you're really close. Balls of the feet on, heels touching. Round your back, pull your belly in, and try not to lead with the shoulders. Scoop to pull it in. Press out, wrap, lift, return. Press, wrap, lift, return. You're pulling your belly button back in space. Your gaze is down. making that big C shape. One more. Lift your arms up, around. See if you can grab the shoulder blocks. If you can't, hands on the carriage is fine. Lift your chest, press out, wrap, lift. So you've got to scoop to the low belly. And you're trying to come really close to that stopper. Good, couple more. Keep your chest lifted. Now let's omit the heel wrap. Come back in. Take your arms up like a teaser angle. Bring it in, press out, sit tall, squeeze your legs, squeeze your bum, grow tall. Come back in. Stay as tall as you can. On the way in, your back will round a little bit. You're human. And then press out knee, elongate more. One more time. In. Let's do the twist. In, press out, twist open. Back through center, return. Press out, twist open, and return. Couple more. Out, twist, return. Out, twist. Last one each side. Here we go. Press out, get tall, tall, tall. Squeeze your bum, rotate. And one more. And back. All right, get rid of your sticky pad if you chose to use it. And let's go into one light spring. A blue should be sufficient, so a half spring should be good for the mermaid. All right, so left shin against the shoulder rest if possible, right shin long edge. If for any reason this position didn't feel good in your hips, cross leg or legs on the floor, just seated would be fine. All right, hand on the foot bar, opposite arm out. Nice big side bend. Once you're there, hand behind your head, twist open, back through center, wrap your arm under, back to start. Reverse, other way. You can hold shoulder rest or just switch. All right, regular mermaid first. Hand behind head, twist open, wrap under, back long to mermaid, and reverse. All right, third time's a charm. Here we go. Take it over. Hand behind your head, twist open, close, back long, and reverse. All right, turn so your legs go through the headrest. If you've got headrest up, pop it flat. Once you've got your legs through, ankles crossed or side by side, grab a hold of the sides of the foot bar, lift your chest into an extension before you even try to slide out. Get a nice big extension, then scoop your belly, slide out any amount. As you come in, focus on extension. Just slide your seat underneath you, lift your chest, look up, extend, lift that upper back, and then scoop your belly, slide out. Lift your chest, and then scoop your belly, slide out. One more time. Lift, and scoop. All right, let's turn for the other side of mermaid. Right shin now should be parallel to the shoulder rests. Turning. Left shin parallel, long edge. Left hand on the foot bar. Right arm out, grow tall. Push out into the mermaid. Hand goes behind your head. Twist to the ceiling. Wrap it under, reach for the frame. You might not grab it, and that's okay. Back long, and then reverse. You can hold shoulder rest or cross it over. And again, mermaid. Pause in that nice long side body stretch, hand behind your head, twist open to the ceiling. Wrap it under. Back long, and reverse. Final one, mermaid. Hand behind your head, twist to the ceiling, wrap it under. Back long, mermaid, reverse. Legs through one more time. Now, if you had your ankles crossed, switch which leg is on top. If you didn't, just side by side, that's great. Find your sweet spot where your ankles are crossed or side by side. Now, before you press the carriage out, lift your chest, squeeze between shoulder blades, and then slide the carriage out, scoop your belly to go out. As you come in, lift, lift, lift into an extension, lift. Maybe your gaze comes up, and then exhale, hollow your belly, slide out. And again, lift, 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 lift. And slide it out, scoop your belly. Final time. And back in. All right. And that is it, my friends. So you have finished your reformer class for today. Again, my name is Dana Carter. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed it.